Hey guys, HelpingHans here, and today I'm going to be checking out some of the secret units that are available in the cheat mod that Janet252 has made for us in the Steam Workshop. Let's get into it by checking out what is available for the Wehrmacht faction. Before I begin though, if you want to check out the mod yourself, all you got to do is go into the Steam Workshop for Company Heroes 3, scroll down until you find this mod here, Cheat Commands mod, click that, and then click subscribe, and then when you get into a game and you set it up, all you got to do is select that mod pack, and then you're good to go. So here we are playing the Wehrmacht faction. To find the unique units, you go Cheat Command Mods, you go Unit Instructions, you click down on the Wehrmacht panel, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and generally at the bottom of this list is where you find those secret units. Now I believe some of these units are probably set aside for a future battle group. Specifically, we have a really cool tank destroyer here, the Nashorn, probably butchering the pronunciation of that for native Germans that are watching, but this is a really cool tank destroyer. We also have an LEIG available for the Wehrmacht at some point. They also have a logistics officer retinue. Not sure how this guy is going to be used. He doesn't seem to have any special abilities over here. We have ourselves an LEFH 18 howitzer. There is also the PaK 43 that's come back as well. Love the look of this big anti-tank gun, and also there's the mortar bunker over here, which is interesting. I imagine this might be like a defensive commander. So if I were to hazard a guess, you will probably see something like the mortar bunker, one of this PaK 43 tied together as a defensive commander, because I don't think Wehrmacht have a defensive commander specifically at the moment. And you know, in previous Company Heroes titles, there's always been a Wehrmacht defensive type commander. So I imagine that's probably going to be a future battle group for sure. Let's test out the Nashorn, shall we? Okay. Here we have an enemy Sherman. Check out the reload animation of this bad boy. And it's very effective against armor. It's kind of pretty much like an elephant, to be honest. Kind of like 3 or 4 shots enemy armor. And pretty much, yeah, like a bigger version of a Marder, I guess, as well. So there you go. Currently, the Nashorn hasn't got any special abilities, but it probably will have something, maybe like a focused sight, where it sits down and maybe has a little bit more range or something like that. I'm just speculating at the moment. But normally everything, you know, every vehicle or every unit comes with some extra abilities. The Nashorn doesn't right now, so that's probably going to be implemented later on. Next up, I'll just fire off the LEFH 18. Let's just fire it over here real quick. Let's just see what it sounds like.
Got it.
Looks like those rounds are like landing in slow motion there. This PaK 43 has got access to armor piercing rounds as an ability. I think he can pack up and turn on the spot. Now I don't know if this is going to be something we can tow around on the battlefield. I guess I could try and maybe get myself out a medium carrier like this, and it does appear that I can tow the PaK 43. Doesn't look like I can tow this LEFH because it looks like it's been in placement, so I'll probably have sandbags around it at some point. But here we go, looks like we can tow the big boy PaK 43. Awesome. Animation's not probably all there at the moment, but yeah, cool. You can tow the PaK 43 now. You couldn't do that in Co 2. Here we have the mortar bunker. So I imagine what you would do here is you would just build yourself a standard bunker like so, and then probably with a defensive commander that is probably in the works. Once that's done, there'll be a fourth option here, because right now you've got machine gun bunker, repair bunker, medic bunker, and there'll probably be the fourth option there to turn it into a mortar bunker. And pretty much, I would imagine, the same thing as standard mortar does, but it's probably just a bit more durable because it's in a bunker. I'm not sure if it'll have even greater range, but again, this is all probably, these are units that are not ready yet. And hopefully they'll have a proper animation here with this hatch will open up, because it looks like they're just shooting through the top of the concrete right now, which doesn't make much sense. But yeah, you can see them inside. In the bunker, there they are. But yeah, cool. So that's some new units there. And again, I'm debating on what this officer is. I have no idea what this officer could be used for. Maybe I'm thinking back to Co-1 days, guys, where you could have an officer, you could build an officer, and that guy would maybe speed up production. You could have him supervise production. You can get vehicles out faster or something. Or this might just be a campaign-only guy that is just a model that no one, it's just a non-combatant. It doesn't actually do anything. Even though he does seem to have a pistol, and he's carrying it rather strangely. But there we go. So by the looks of it, guys, the DAC only seems to be getting a Stug 3 assault gun. 142 version. Loving the Africa Corps palm trees on the sides there of the armoured skirts. And also, they also have access to the standard German mortar, which I believe is pretty much the exact carbon copy of the one in the base over here. Just grab this out.
8cm
Yeah,
mortar
34. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's just got the Africa Corps skin look compared to the Wehrmacht one. So these are the two units that the DAC haven't got available just yet, but probably in a future battle group. Moving on to the British now, and they have a lot of units that are not available right now in multiplayer build. Let's start off with the first unit over here, which is the Australian Light Infantry section.
Let's get some blisters for your blisters. Making headway to the target. Where are we going? The lads are accounted for. Aussie rats here. You need light infantry? Quit the lollygagging and march.
Absolutely love it. So, they're a 6-man squad. They've got a good old kangaroo symbol. As love it. They've got sharpshooter as an ability, and also anti-tank grenade, and also concealment. So it looks like they get camouflage. So we're just going to engage these Grens over here. Let's see how well we do. I'm going to try and use this the sharpshooter ability as well here when they get in the fight.
Maintain distance. Infantry. Light infantry here. Gaza, take a shot.
So it seems to be very similar to the same ability that the Brits had in Co-1 with their Lee Enfield scopes. They can spend some munitions and get instant snipe on a model. This would be very good, maybe wiping squads on retreat. Things like that will help you winning those engagements, guaranteeing wiping a man off right from the beginning of a fight.
Aussies here. Troopers, fucking drop 'em.
Spawn in a tank.
Jerry tank's gotta go! Commander, let him close in! The truck! Flip him! We need support for this! Low profile! Hit the soft spots! The trucks! Flip him! Does AC grenade! Out! Hitting the vehicle! Promotion! AC grenade! Out!
It's nice to hear their accent, you know. I think they sound pretty damn good.
Listen up! AC grenade! Out! Desert rats! There! Now! Stop! Gaza! Alright lads, fall back!
Okay, that's the Aussie section there. Sorry I was quiet there. I just wanted you guys to hear their accent. There's also another really cool squad over here. We have I think some Canadians.
We've got somewhere to be.
Let's see what these guys are.
Over there.
So it seems like the Australians are just more of a medium long range squad here, whereas the Canadian shock troopers,
Let's make a move.
they all have Thompsons, so they're more of a close quarters squad. And let's listen to what they sound like.
Canadian shock troops ready. What's it to you? Come off it. Listen up. Waiting for the go. Come off it. Listen up. Canadian shock troops ready. Quit pissing about. Get on that flag. That's the order. We'll get it done. We're getting that point raised. Catch your breath later. Come on. Rest up a moment, eh?
Hey.
We should be stopping here. Let's make a move. Halt here. Command wants a word. Combat patrol, be ready to spring to action. Load it up. Safety's off. Clock's ticking. Let's go. Halt here. Command wants a word. Waiting for the... Watch my signals. We're going in. Quick burst. Cover me. Jerry's taking an interest. Shot into the thick of it! The boys are getting
Jerry's fucked over. God.
The boys can capture it. Take that position. Check
Okay, so only one man died and we killed a full squad there. So this is the Canadian shock squad. They seem to have access to the peak grenade, so it looks like a white phosphorus grenade. They have a satchel charge, and when they eventually see one, they have a charge ability. Also, I have a breach. So that's the Canadian shock squad. That's what they sound like when they retreat.
We're running back to base.
I want another one real quick.
What's fall back for now? We're getting new orders. We're ready. All right, follow me. Let's be quick about it.
So what do we have next? We have the 2-pounder little anti-tank. I believe this is in like the campaign. There's also, I believe, another Canadian, another Australian type unit. Don't know why I've always put the accent on when I listen to it, but there you go. This is a cute little anti-tank gun. Probably going to be something similar, like maybe a battle group call-in, I would think, maybe down the line, like when you had the Soviets and their little baby anti-tank gun that they came out. So probably some kind of flexible, you know, kind of commander with some cheap 80 that's a call-in. So maybe you can skip going 6-pounder potentially if this is you up against like DAC units, where this will probably be, you know, pretty good against most DAC armor up until probably, you know, with the Panzer IIIs and stuff start rolling out. But yeah, not a little bad little thing. I love the fact that the wheels pop down on the side. It's pretty cool.
Legs out. Bring up the rounds. Seize action. Engage on sight.
Got rapid fire drill.
I know. Just move. All right, legs out. Bring up the rounds.
Okay, so that's the 2-pounder. So yeah, rapid fire. And target weak point, okay. And looks like they can be towed as well. Hook this up on the back.
2-pound clear to engage all targets.
And in they go. And you can see them actually going inside the vehicle there, which is pretty cool. Let's see what else we've got for the Brits. We also have access to... there's two types of Bofors guns. You've got the Bofors anti-emplacement. And also the Bofors anti-air gun team. It appears that this one's just going to be an emplacement version, and this one actually be something you might be able to tow around. Look, it's got the transport heavy weapons, so you might be able to move it around. Right now, actually, you can move it manually around like this on the wheels, but the animation isn't that great for it at the moment. It looks a bit strange how it moves around, but pretty cool either way. You've got a Bofors that may make it into a battle group down the line. Both versions of these Bofors are not available right now in multiplayer. Let's see what else we got. We've got ourselves access to a 25-pounder as well. So right now, all we have access to is the Indian artillery piece here, the BL 5.5 artillery emplacement. This is the good old classic 25-pounder. Let's just fire this one out, one round.
Standard concentration. Fire. Hold it, gents.
There we go, and it looks like it's got later on access to airburst barrage. And yeah, at the moment if I hover over the bit, it looks like it hit the entire map, but it's probably going to get nerfed or that range, you know. Again, it's early access units that probably will be patched and changed. Let's see what else we've got. We've also got access to the Archer. Now, the Archer is something that I saw in the alpha over a year ago now, that seems to have been pulled from multiplayer for some reason. I think it's maybe available in the campaign or something. I haven't played it myself yet, the campaign through, but I do think this is probably going to be something added in a battle group later on. This is a tank destroyer for the Brits, dedicated long-range tank destroyer. Think of it like an Su-85 or something like that. That's kind of the role it will fulfill, and I guess we could quickly use it against some armor real quick. Let's just throw in an Axis, throw in a Tiger tank. There we go. See, it's an absolute glass cannon. Tiger almost pretty much took 40% health out, but I'm pretty sure we outrange it. Yeah, we really easily outrange it.
I want guns on that armor.
Looks like we can hit it for around about here, yeah. And reliably penetrating the Tiger from the front. And that's our third connected shot. So it's pretty much 5 shots to Tiger. Just watch you blow the Tiger up. Pretty.
Terror is no more.
There you go. So that's the Archer.
Tank destroyer here.
First strike increases damage, penetration, accuracy on the first shot, which is super cool. Just listen to some of its unit quotes.
You need a tank? You can't find anyone else?
gun. Archer hears you, loud and clear. See that camera up in the sky? Shoot it. Archer hears you, loud and clear. Command's coming through. Albert, open fire with range. Downrange! Attack!
The moment in multiplayer is just a standard Churchill and the Churchill Black Prince. This, if you do attack ground here, it just fires the main gun here. But if we fire attack ground in front of itself, you'll see that the flamethrower will come out as well. I'm actually not sure what the range is. The range on this flamethrower right now is absolutely ridiculous. Holy moly. Is that the range of the flamethrower? That's pretty damn good for the flamethrower range on that thing. Pretty damn cool. So that's the Churchill Crocodile. Then we have, it looks like the Brits get access to a Sherman at some point. Possibly, it looks like a Canadian. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what this might be, but it looks like it's going to probably be a Sherman part of a battle group. Not definitely a unit you can build right now multiplayer.
Sherman ready for action. To your posts.
It's nice they've given the Sherman British voice lines because there's Shermans in America, you know, American Shermans. We also have a different skin for the Stuart. This is pretty much exactly the same as the other Stuart. The only difference between this and the other Stuart is just the skin. So if I just make it right next to it, this is the one you're probably familiar with. This is the one with the green skin. So this, I don't know, might be a looks like it's probably going to be a cosmetic or whatever. Got the Deseret symbol on the front there. Same on both vehicles, but yeah, that looks green. We also have the Valentine. I think it's the last vehicle here for the Brits. Now, again, this was available in the Alpha. Got access to Heroic Charge, increases speed, rate of fire, and acceleration once it gets Veterans U1. But again, this has been pulled from multiplayer. Again, I don't know if it's for the campaign since I've not played it, but I would like it probably will be included in a battle group at some point. Maybe a cooling tank.
Shouldn't be a problem.
In Code 2, the Valentine kind of had a different role. I think it's got a different gun to the Valentine in Code 2 as well. It looks a bit different. It's a different version of the Valentine. And Code 2, it kind of was like a reconnaissance vehicle. It had kind of reconnaissance capabilities. At the moment, it just has that heroic charge, but maybe might get something similar in the future. That is what the Brits have there. Let's check out the Americans. What does the Americans have available? Right, so the Americans, looks like they get access to a pack howitzer, maybe from a commander choice. At some point, they did have a pack howitzer in Company Heroes 2. Let's just check out what other thing they have. They do have this M2A A1 howitzer team. Looks like it's got British guys on there, so this might not be this looks like very similar to what the British had elsewhere. Maybe it's incorrect, but that might be available for the Americans. WC-54 ambulance. Got no driver at the moment, but looks really cool once it has a driver. It'll be. It looks very speedy and quite nimble. Probably going to be an upgrade on the base version of a WC. But yeah, it looks really cool. Love the look of it. Love the flags and stuff on it. Pretty cool little unit there. What else? There's the truck here. A towing truck. Don't think the Americans have this. So you can see here, yeah, this is definitely different. This truck here is definitely different to this armored personnel carrier. It appears to me this type of truck is going to just be used for, you know, troop transport and probably towing. At the moment, it doesn't look like it has the ability to tow, but I think, again, it's an early access vehicle, probably for a future battle group that we'll see later on. Again, yeah, there's no driver in it at the moment as well, so yeah, it's still not, obviously not a finished thing. Yeah, there's the M4A176 Sherman tank. So I think they look pretty much identical, these two tanks. But yeah, this is the Easy 8 and this is the 76. I'm personally struggling to tell the difference between the two. Oh, actually, here we go. Yeah, the other one. So the Easy 8 has got very sharp angles here, and the other one's got more curvature around. So there is some slight difference there. They do have different serial numbers as well, which is cool. But yeah, at a glance, it is maybe hard to tell which one's which. Kind of curious to see how they compare. The M4A176 seems to have access to high explosive rounds, whereas the Easy 8 does not. And yeah, that seems to be it, boys. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video, but before I enter down, I know many of you have been asking me about where to buy Company Heroes 3, among other keys, online, while also supporting my channel, and now you can. Check out Fanatical. To get access to Fanatical, all you got to do is scroll down on one of my videos, in the About section, click here, on this link down here in the comment section, and you're taken to the Fanatical website. Fanatical website has amazing Trustpilot reviews, lots of customers, and officially licensed games. So not only are you supporting me when you purchase a game from here, you're also supporting the developers and publishers, and it's generally cheaper on this website than it would be on Steam as well. Let's just have a look at Company Heroes 3 specifically. So if you type in Company Heroes 3 at the top, you are then brought to this page. You can see it's 12% off here. On Steam, it's about 50 quid. So you're saving yourself a bit of money there. You can see the different launch editions. You've got this edition here, the launch one, or the premium edition. And you can also, which I love about this website, is going to over here on the view all and seeing whether the game key will activate in your country or not. So you can check before you buy, which is great. They also do some nice offers as well. As you can see, you get 5% off your next order if you purchase Company Heroes 3. So yeah, guys, if you decide to use the website, thank you so much. No stress if not. It's just another way. If you wanted to support the channel, that's how to do it. Thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.